little cute note I left on the neckline. It said, "Bitch, please." Bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
If I was a lesbian, I'd be falling in love with you. Because we're both women, clearly. What? So
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Chavely Sanctuary. I hope everyone had a good weekend or is having a good weekend. I have to go to work this weekend, unfortunately. That's what happens when you work in retail. Anyway, we are talking about Project Runaway, episode 7. And honey, this episode is not even over yet. They really said, come back next Thursday for the rest of the tea. And I hate that. I really do. But we have a lot to discuss already, so let's get into it. This week's challenge was Battle of the Seasons, and the season 22 designers had to go up against some familiar faces from season 21. They brought back designers like the twins, Ethan, Miss Joan, and Belania and Young. There was a lot at stake anyway. The designer with the winning look gets $20,000, but for season 22, there's an even bigger consequence. If season 22 loses to the battle of one of their designers, will be eliminated. If season 22 wins from their team, goes home. None of them goes home. And on top of all that, it's an unconventional materials challenge. So immediately, I knew we were about to get either art or arts and crafts. There is no in between. Interestingly, the collections didn't even have to be cohesive. Thank God, with unconventional, please. So everyone could really focus on their individual vision. Anna seemed pretty confident going into the challenge because she is known for that. Then Nara Smith came into the workroom to chit chat with everybody, and I'm sorry, I still don't understand what the purpose was. How exactly did she help them other than stirring the pot a little bit? Because I was sitting there like, okay, girl, thank you for stopping by. Bye. One person who was definitely struggling mentally was Joseph McRae. After his teammates voted him previously, you can tell he's taking it personally, and I think it's starting to affect how he approaches the competition. And I understand why. I really do. As an artist, criticism can make you second guess yourself. It can make you question your talent and wonder whether your instincts are actually good. And anyway, but I don't think Joseph should allow that feedback to beat him down. There is always room for growth, and listen to the feedback, take whatever is useful from it, leave whatever isn't, and use it to push yourself creatively. And judging from what he eventually sent down that runaway, maybe that frustration was exactly what he needed. Because we'll get to Joseph, we'll get to that. Anyway, Jeffrey versus the twins. Then we had the drama between Jeffrey and the twins because they felt like Jeffrey was copying. And we'll talk about that. Talk about whether I agree when we get to the runaway. But one thing I really liked seeing was Jeffrey being a teammate. That was amazing to see. He was going around asking people if they needed help, and he actually helped them, especially B, right? B, especially in a competition where everybody is fighting for themselves. Seeing someone take time away from their own work to help another designer says a lot. It says a lot about their character. Yeah, I really did appreciate that. Then we got our guest judge, Iman. Iman looked gorgeous. I remember seeing Iman in magazines growing up, and I've always admired her beauty and her aura. There is something about her presence that is just timeless. And Nina Garcia is back, so we had Iman, Nina Garcia, Law Roach, and Heidi Klum. I guess Tyra Banks took a break from Law Roach. Anyway, let's get started. Now let's talk about these clothes. Season 22, Contestant, starred by Judes. I am not seeing a lot of technicality here. She looks like a female superhero who is about to unleash her superpower. I was confused by the vision. And at this point, I think we can safely say unconventional materials might not be Jude's thing. Let's go to Miss Joan. Did Miss Joan did better? Yeah, Miss Joan did better than him. No shade. Moving on. Naeem. Naeem look was fun. It was fun, but it was also noisy. Iman even said that. Like you already know she's coming before she even enters the room, and but I could absolutely see someone wearing this to a club or a female performer wearing something like this on tour. He was honoring music with the design, so within that context, the noise actually makes sense. And I thought the styling worked really well with the concept. Let's go to Anna. Anna. I loved the color. That chocolate brown was absolutely beautiful, and the top looked fantastic. I also really liked what she did with the shoes. But as an entire outfit, it's not chic to me. I couldn't care less about that skirt. The top is doing all the work. Anyway, let's go to Bryan. Bryan, I am disappointed. It's a bunch of chords, and I am really struggling to understand the vision, which I don't see. At one point, Bryan basically had to tape this woman into the outfit so she wouldn't be naked underneath, and then she almost fell. Oh. It's giving Medusa dress. It's also giving jellyfish tentacles. It's not giving me an impressive, unconventional materials fashion moment. I expect more from Bryan, so this one really disappointed me. Let's go to Joseph McRae. Now, Joseph, this was such a breath of fresh air. I don't know how he managed to create this within one day, but honey, that looks good. It's giving earthy goddess. I love the accessories. I love the necklace. It immediately captured my attention. The boots work beautifully, and the entire styling helps sell the fantasy. She looks gorgeous. I love that look. And considering how much Joseph was in his head earlier in the episode, this is what I was talking about. Take that emotion and put it into the work. This is the Joseph I want to see. Moving along to B. B's dress was so chic and technical. I loved the vision he had he had for this one. He took unconventional materials and somehow made them look wearable. The fit is beautiful. It sits perfectly on her body. Knowing that it's made of keyboard, I could genuinely see something inspired by this on Zendaya at a movie premiere. The bag gives you just enough drama without taking away from the sophistication of the front. She looks divine. For me, this is one of the strongest looks. Moving to Jeffrey. Okay, I kind of see what Jesus meant about Jeffrey's Jesus meant. There are a lot of similarities, and that's unfortunate because I really wish Jeffrey had trusted his original instinct and made something fun. It didn't have to be drag, but add a little bit of sass. Um, yes, add a little bit of drag influence and theatrical, theatric, theatricality, theatricality. Sorry. Let's go to Antonio. Antonio look is giving carnival. I think he did his best with it, and I actually love the boots, but it's naked for me. I don't think it's chic. I kept asking myself, what is the story? What is the vision? Who is the target client? Because outside of carnival or very specific performance environment, I don't think really I don't really know where this woman is going. Just saying. Just let me know what you think. Let's go to Yuchen. Yushen's look, I love the robotic direction. I it's giving me Mad Max meets Transformers. This belongs in a movie, an exhibition, or honestly, even at the High Museum as part of some futuristic fashion installation. It's imaginative, it's interesting, and he did a great job. Let's go to Belania, who's pregnant, beautifully pregnant. I like Belania's design. It was colorful. He embraced the model's body beautifully, and visually, I was getting this interesting mixed mixture of indigenous and African influences. But did it wow me? Not really. It was good. I just don't think it was one of the strongest moments of the runaway. Jesus look was gorgeous. I love this. The braiding was beautifully done. I love how flowy the dress was. There was movement. It embraced this model curves. The model was very comfortable. It didn't feel like the unconventional material was fighting against her body. Now, Jesus felt like B went in a similar um Bryan went into a similar direction, and I kind of noticed the similarity, but I also think both designers executed their ideas strongly enough that I can appreciate the looks individually. Miss Joan, Miss Jones' dress was giving crafty. Sorry, Miss Joan, I love you, but the construction overwhelms the model instead of embracing her body. I did think it was clever how she twisted the cord to create the illusion of nipples. That's interesting. That's really an interesting detail, but overall, it's just not flattering to me. Now let's go through Ethan. Baby, she looks like she got into a truck accident and they bandaged her from head to toe. I'm so sorry. And whatever is happening around her neck, what is going on? That's very bizarre. I don't understand the vision or the storytelling. Eden. Now, could she appear as some random character in Harley Quinn movie? Absolutely. But on this Runaway, this was not it for me. No, it was not. For season 21, Melanie and Antonio were safe. For season 22, Naeem, Jude, and Anna were safe. The judges did not like Jeffrey's look. Not really, that basically called it trash. And I actually felt bad for him because Jeffrey didn't want the look to be boring. And I really think if he had trusted his instincts and added more of his drag influence into the design, this could have gone in a completely different direction. And knowing that Jeffrey had spent some of his time helping Bryan makes me want him to stay even more. Um, Joseph McRae, Law Roach praised his look, and I agree. Yes, the outfit looked heavy, but visually it was beautiful. It stood out. The styling was fantastic, and after watching Joseph struggle with his confidence earlier, I loved seeing him deliver something this strong, this beautiful, this dramatic. Then we have B. The judges love the B's looks too. And right now, if you are asking me who deserves that win, it's between B and Joseph McRae. B gave us technicality, sophistication, and wearability. Joseph gave us drama, styling, and a complete earthy goddess fantasy. I could genuinely see either one taking the $20,000, but then the episode ended. Project Runaway really said, that's enough for y'all. Come back next Thursday. So now we have to wait to find out whether season 22 beats season 21, who gets that $20,000, and most importantly, is somebody from season 22 going home? Because if Jeffrey is in danger, I am stressed. I'm stressed. But anyway, those are my thoughts on episode 7 so far. I really do think that season 22 is gonna win. Let me know in the comment section who had your favorite look, be Joseph, Jesus, Yuchen, or somebody else. And do you think Jeffrey copied, or were the similarities just part of working with unconventional materials? And I'll see you next Thursday before apparently Project Runway has decided to keep us in suspense. Of course, they want us to come back. Of course, they want us to come back. Anyway, today is Friday. I'm gonna do my best to post that this weekend because I have other videos that are waiting in line. Anyway, have a great weekend. Whenever you watch that video, have a great weekend and see you the next time.